Everybody, welcome back to the lecture. I hope you enjoyed that advertisement from the NRA. So what they're offering there is a slippery slope argument, right? If you vote for Hillary, Hillary will win. Hillary will put her judges in control. The Supreme Court and such. Those judges will take away your gun rights. You'll die in a bloody home invasion because you won't have your gun. So you can see how A leads to B, leads to C, leads to D. And there is an argument to be made that this is going back to 2016, but if you had voted for Hillary, perhaps you would have put in judges and taken a stance that is a little more in favor of gun control. That would have tightened guns, making it harder for you to get guns, right? So there's an argument to be made there, and a slippery slope one. But I would contend that this particular version of that argument exaggerates and takes it way out of reasonable expectations of those steps in the chain of actual possible events in the world, right? There's no way that she would be able to sweepingly take away everybody's guns so they couldn't have any guns, So I think that the steps in that chain are just not sound enough. You could scale it back, as I'm saying, and make a better slippery slope argument there. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not getting into that debate, but I'm just saying, as far as logical construction of an argument goes, this one doesn't work, in my opinion. And that's because, again, you have to, when you look at a slippery slope, you have to look at those connections in the chain. Are they strong enough? The links in the chain, are they strong enough to hold the whole chain together? Because that's where a slippery slope falls apart. And that's what I mean when I say it can be either a good slippery slope or a fallacious slippery slope. Anyways, let's continue on with an appeal to false authority. So this goes into ethos, right? So, and we saw, I think somebody shared this, or I shared this, and we've seen this before anyways. So, using an authority to validate an argument when the authority used is not really an authority. Such authority is irrelevant to the argument, or the authority is misused, right? Oftentimes, authority in the form of a celebrity, or in this case, a doctor, will be slapped onto something to give it that feeling of legitimacy. So it says, this ad, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. And so the idea is that doctors find Camels to be healthier than other cigarettes. It's really kind of vague, right? Deliberately vague. But the image is supposed to assure you that, oh, okay, this professional trained person who thinks about your health and cares about your health smokes this brand of cigarettes. Therefore, this brand of cigarettes must be somehow better for me. It's a misuse of authority, because why would a doctor, just because a doctor smokes Camels, does that mean it's better for us? It's, using the doctor's credentials to try to sell us cigarettes. Now, I have two videos for you to watch. Two versions of the same ad. The first is it's a Chevy ad from the 2018 Super Bowl. Or Dodge, I can't remember, a brand of truck. I think it's Dodge Ram. Dodge truck, and they're using a speech from MLK Jr., who we've seen earlier, and they're using some of his words to try to sell their product. Watch that one. Think about the emotional response. Think about the ethos, though, right? Because MLK is this powerful figure that, regardless of your feelings about racial inequality in America, everybody respects and says good things about, right? So watch the first video and then watch the second one and see how they use what they're doing is playing a different part of the same speech that MLK gave, and they're showing you that maybe he wouldn't have agreed with his words being used for the first ad. Okay, so I'll pick it up after you watch those two ads. Thank you.